Do you have a child who appears very chatty at home, but outside he struggles to speak? In this channel, I aim to explain communication and selective mutism. Have you ever heard of this term? In today's videos, I will explain 7 important aspects to consider and to understand. Welcome to my channel Word Steps, and I am Anna Smith, speech and language therapist with the passion of sharing information, strategies and tips, and I post every week, so remember to subscribe. So keep tuned, but above all, let me know if you have any questions or any requests and comment below. So have you ever heard, or has anybody said, that your child is choosing not to talk? Well, children who are chatty at home but not able to speak in certain settings around unfamiliar people could have what we call selective mutism, or SM for short. There are children who are naturally shy but are still able to communicate with others. Selective mutism, however, is included in a wide range of anxiety disorders and is often seen in children as early as the age of 3. While there are children who are not able to speak and communicate, children with selective mutism are able to speak when the setting is secure and comfortable for them, and normally is at home. Children with selective mutism are polite in the classroom, and that's why teachers think that they're maybe just shy and is rarely seen as a barrier to their learning. But because the condition is rare, even teachers and doctors are not able to recognise at first glance. Other people actually see selective mutism as an oppositional defiance, because it kind of appears that they are refusing to talk, and it could be as a rudeness or as an opposition. However, can I stress here, a child with selective mutism does not refuse or choose to speak. They are unable to speak. These children are more than shy. They feel extreme anxiety, and if left untreated, this disorder can impair them in learning experience and can affect their performance in school, and it can be a barrier to performing social relationship with peers and adults. Selective mutism can also prevent children from asking for help from teachers and caretakers. It can prevent them from being able to enjoy play dates or any other activities which require verbal communication skills. Yet, a lot of people fail to understand that, and that's why I have got this channel. It is considered by researchers and clinicians as an extreme form of social phobia. So as I said earlier, a child or an adult with selective mutism does not refuse or choose not to speak. They are literally unable to, and they freeze. The expectation to talk to certain people triggers a freeze response with a feeling of panic, rather than like a bad case of stage fright, making talking impossible. So let's have a look at the 7 aspects that we are looking at today. First of all, the causes aren't clear. It is not always known what causes some children to develop selective mutism, but we understand that it's connected with anxiety, a tendency often inherited from a family member. They could have a stressful environment, there could be a risk factor in its development, and some children can become overwhelmed by loud noises and big crowds because they struggle to process sensory information associated with them, and they shut down, losing their ability to speak. Number 2, it is more common among shy girls and minority group. Children with selective mutism tend to be very shy and withdrawn. And the condition is thought to affect around 1 in every 140 children under the age of 8. And the evidence suggests that it's more common in girls and in children of ethnic minority, or those who have recently migrated from country where the language or culture is distinctively different. The third aspect is the symptoms emerge earlier on. So symptoms of selective mutism are usually noticed in early childhood, and I said earlier, around about the age of 3, when a child begins to socialise beyond the family circle. So for example, at nursery or primary school, and the main symptom is a distinction in the child's ability to interact with different people. So when for example, they are expected to speak to somebody outside the comfort zone, they will become very still. They would have a frozen facial expression, and some children with selective mutism can manage a word or two, often a whisper. However, the worst affected can't communicate at all. Number 4, children with selective mutism are prone to tantrums. Often this behaviour is seen by others as sulky, rude, withdrawn, but children with selective mutism might have temper tantrum when they get home from school because they are releasing their tension. Number 5, it can cause learning outcome to suffer. What it means is that selective mutism can significantly hinder a child's learning and development, since they can't ask for help or participate to the classroom activities or to the playground activities. And in severe cases, children might end up having accident because they can't ask to use the toilet. Or remember, they also may avoid eating or drinking at school, so they don't have to ask to go to the loo. Number 6, it can present alongside other conditions. A proportion of children with selective mutism have developmental delays in communication and or social development, and some of them might also be diagnosed with an autistic spectrum disorder. Lastly, number 7, it affects social skills. And unsurprisingly, selective mutism can affect a child's ability to make friends, and you will be able to find other videos in this channel. And they have difficulties to look at people, and they turn their head to avoid eye contact. They might struggle to laugh or smile, and they might look stiff, have a little bit of an awkward body, and their body language seems to be a little bit unfriendly. However, despite outward appearances, most children with selective mutism actively want to make friends, and aside from their communication difficulties, can sometimes possess very good social skills. I hope you found this video useful. Please share it with those who are learning or want to understand how your child is feeling. Remember to come and join our group on Facebook, Selective Mutism, My Child is Scared of Talking, to join other parents and professionals and teachers who are like you, want to understand more about selective mutism. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to post them below. If you want my free PDF about selective mutism, you will find the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe and comment and share. And as I say, every day's a new day. You make your own sunshine. I look forward to hearing from you and see you next week. Bye just now.